So this last video is explaining the last two, and this is really for the honor students who learn about absolute value. Alright, so here we have an absolute value equation. To solve these, you're going to take what's inside your absolute value sign, and you're going to split it. Really, you're going to copy it. You need to make two equations. You take the inside, write it down, take the inside and write it down again over here. And you're going to write equals. On one of them, you're going to put positive 7, and one of them you're going to put negative 7. Because if you put positive or negative 7 inside the absolute value, it's going to equal positive 7. Because the absolute value of negative 7 is positive 7. So now we got two equations. Remember, all absolute value equations will have two answers. If you don't have two, you did something wrong. So now we got two equations, and then you solve them like normal. Here I just get rid of 3, subtract 3 from both sides, you got x equals 4. Voila. Right side, I'm just going to subtract 3 again, and you got x is equal to negative 10. Ta-da! X equals negative 10, and x equals 4. And that's really all there is to it on the equations. The inequality questions, on the other hand, are a different matter. And we had talked a little bit about these in class, and I just want to remind us of our little graph. So if we were to graph where the stuff inside the absolute value has to fall, it has to go between negative 6 and 6. Alright, since it has this less than business here, it can't be anything outside this range. Like if you were to put in 12, well, that's not less than 6. Or if you were to put in negative 14, that, when you take the absolute value, it won't be less than 6. So we need just the inside, the numbers between negative 6 and 6. Well, just like how on the previous one where you wrote down the inside part twice, we're going to do it again. We're going to have 3x minus 2 and 3x minus 2. And this time, one of them, you're going to just have less than 6. And then the other one has to be greater than negative 6. Okay, you notice between negative 6 and positive 6. Anything outside that range isn't okay. Okay, so when you see this, you notice both of these things have to be satisfied. It has to be less than 6, and it has to be greater than negative 6. So we turned this into a compound inequality, which looks like that. So we got left inequality and right inequality. Both of them have to be satisfied. So now you got your two inequalities. Solve them like you would independently of each other. Add 2 to both sides. You got 3x less than 8. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. X is less than 8/3. Right side, still going to add 2 to both sides. We got 3x is greater than negative 4. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. X has to be greater than negative 4/3. And if you notice, if you were to graph both of these solutions, you really just get a number line where you got 0 in there. Over here you got 8/3, which is open circle. And then on the left you're going to have negative 4/3. Oh, I marked this part wrong. 8/3 is more than 2, but less than 3, so it's over here. And then you would shade between them. This is about negative 4/3-ish. This is about 8/3-ish. Okay, and if you shade, it's a middle region here. So if you were to write your solution to 6 in interval notation, which we talked a little bit about, but we'll be more explicit tomorrow, you would just write x is between -4/3. Oh, I guess I'm totally writing that wrong. What am I doing? Okay, JK. Writing an interval notation. You'd have open brackets, -4/3, and 8/3. Ta-da. That would be like your final answer. There you go.